Western Chronicles, Episode 9, Whiff, Stephen, and the Earl. Whiff is an engine who lives on the island of Sodor. Almost ever since he came to Sodor, he was assigned to pull the recycling cars, also known as the scrap cars. He likes the job very much, but he gets bored of it very easily and longs to do a different job. One day he arrived at the sheds feeling extra glum. Sighed Whiff. "What's wrong?" asked Percy. "Oh, nothing," said Whiff. "I've just been pulling the same cars almost all my time on Sodor. I just wish I could do something else," he said. "That's a shame," said Henry. "I don't know what I would do without my special trains and coaches," said Henry. "Agreed," said Stanley. "Have you tried asking Sir Topham Hatt to give you a different job?" "Yeah," said Whiff, "but every time I do, he says that the cars suit me or something like that." "I don't really know what he's talking about." Interesting," said Percy. "Well, maybe an opportunity will come up or something like that." "Maybe," said Whiff. "Well, anyways, if you don't mind, I'm going to leave these here." "No problem," said Percy. So Whiff went into the turntable, and he backed out the sheds. Soon arrived at Nafford Station. There was the station master. "Hello, sir," said Whiff. "Do you have an assignment for me?" "As a matter of fact, I do," said the station master. "There are some cars and trucks at the yard that need to be shunted immediately." Whiff's mind immediately began to race. "Can I pull the train too, sir?" Unfortunately, no," said the station master. "Oliver will be pulling the train. We just want you to shunt the cars." "Yes, sir," sighed Whiff. He pulled away. Secretly, he wanted to pull different trains, but he knew he had to be a useful engine. Meanwhile, Stephen was assigned to pull the Sodor Museum exhibit car. The car was very expensive and had important materials for the Earl of Sodor. It was being used to promote the island of Sodor and other tourism opportunities. Whiff liked pulling the car very much, as it gave him an opportunity to see other engines and explore the railway. Unfortunately, there was trouble below. Just below Gordon's Hill lay a stranded cargo car. The car belonged to Hero's train. Unfortunately, his driver and fireman neglected it completely, as they hadn't even known it was stranded on the main line. Whiff soon arrived on top of the bridge. "That doesn't look like it belongs there," said Whiff. Who will leave a truck on the main line? Suddenly, he heard Stephen's whistle. He was racing down Gordon's Hill. "I have to do something," said Whiff. "If I don't, there'll be a major accident." So, Whiff ran into the car, and he and the car derailed completely, crashing into some trees. "Ow," said Whiff. "That hurt." Meanwhile, Stephen raced down the hill completely unharmed. "Oh dear," said Stephen. "Whiff, are you all right?" Yeah, I think so." "What happened here?" "Well, this car was stranded on the main line over there, and I decided to move it. I didn't want you to get into an accident," he said. "Thank you," said Stephen. "This train's actually very important." "Really?" "Yes. This car belongs to the Earl, and the material inside it is very expensive. If the fossils and other exhibit materials were destroyed, it would have cost the Earl a lot of money." "Interesting," said Whiff. "I had no idea." "How? Here, I want to show you something," said Stephen. "Okay." Soon Stephen helped return Whiff to the rails and left. Whiff and Stephen soon arrived at the Earl's estate. "Hello, Stephen," greeted the Earl. "Who's this friend you have here?" "This," said Stephen, "is Whiff. He helped save me from a bad accident." "Really?" said the Earl. "I suppose," said Whiff. "There are some trucks stranded on the main line. I would have crashed into it, and the train would have been destroyed." "Well, thank you very much, Whiff. You've saved me a lot of money, and you've also saved Sir Topham Hatt had some time as well. You are a really useful engine." "Oh, thank you, sir," said Whiff. "How would you like working on my estate for some time?" Whiff became excited. "I would definitely like to, but you would have to talk to Sir Topham Hatt." No worries. You wouldn't do most of your work on the Northwestern, but I wouldn't mind having you on the railway for some time. How about you? How about you, Stephen? What do you think? I think it's a very useful engine. It would make a great fit to the team. Well, it's settled then. Thank you very much, Whiff. Whiff knew he truly was a useful engine, and was excited he was able to do different things. All thanks to Stephen and the Earl.